You already know what to do. That's the part no one talks about. You know which habit you need to build. You know which habit is slowly destroying you. You know which conversation you're avoiding. You know which opportunity you're wasting. And yet, you don't move. Not because you're ignorant, not because you're incapable, but because you hesitate after knowing. That hesitation is more dangerous than failure, because failure hurts once. Hesitation rots you every day. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Most people don't lose at the beginning. They lose after their first win, after the promotion, after the degree, after the praise, after someone finally says you're good at this. That's when the decay starts. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. In ancient times, warriors understood something modern people refuse to accept. The moment you feel safe is the moment you become vulnerable, not to enemies, to yourself. There was a young warrior once, not legendary, not special, just competent. He trained harder than everyone else. He endured what others quit. He earned his position with blood, discipline, and sacrifice. And then something changed. Not his skills, not his knowledge. His urgency disappeared. He stopped training like his life depended on it, because yesterday proved he was good enough. And good enough is where excellence goes to die. Let's be clear, he didn't quit. He didn't become lazy. He just reduced intensity. And reduction is invisible at first. You still show up, you still perform, you still look disciplined from the outside, but inside, you're negotiating. I'll do it later. I deserve rest. I've already proven myself. That inner negotiation is lethal, because while you're negotiating, life keeps moving. Here's what nobody warns you about. The skills that built your success will not maintain your success. They expire, and when they do, they don't announce it. The warrior learned this lesson the hard way. During a routine mission, nothing heroic, nothing complex, he was responsible for a single task, one position, one responsibility, something he had trained for hundreds of times. But comfort slows reactions, and hesitation delays decisions. In that delay, someone else paid the price. And that's when reality hit him like a blade. It wasn't lack of talent that caused the damage. It was delayed action. This is where most people lie to themselves. They say, I just need motivation. No, you don't. Motivation is emotional, and emotions are unreliable. What you need is decisive action without. And how many times have you felt the exact moment you should act and then didn't? You felt it in your body, a tightness, a signal, and you ignored it. That moment wasn't confusion, it was clarity. You just postponed it. Here's the brutal part. Your brain is designed to protect comfort, not progress. So once you've achieved something, it will do everything possible to keep you where you are. It will disguise fear as logic. It will disguise avoidance as rest. It will disguise stagnation as balance. And you'll believe it because it sounds reasonable. That's how people with potential become ordinary. The ancient masters taught a different rule. When awareness appears, action must follow immediately. No gap, no discussion, no delay. Because the gap is where weakness grows. The warrior didn't fix himself by feeling inspired. He changed something far more important: structure. He removed choice. Same place, same time, same routine. No decision required. Because if action requires decision every day, eventually, decision will fail. Discipline that depends on willpower always collapses. Let this sink in. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And most people don't fail because they choose badly. They fail because they leave room to choose at all. The warrior returned to training, not passionately, but relentlessly. No emotion, No excitement, just execution, day after day. And something changed. Not his strength, not his technique. His speed between knowing and doing disappeared. There was no pause anymore. Action became reflex. That's the real transformation. Not becoming smarter, not becoming stronger, but becoming faster to act. Here's what modern life doesn't teach you. Thinking too much is a luxury. Action is survival. Opportunities don't reward intelligence. They reward response time. And regret always comes from the same place. I knew better and still didn't move. Look at your own life again. That project you keep postponing, that habit you keep delaying, that conversation you keep avoiding. You're not confused about them. You're hesitating, and hesitation compounds. The warrior eventually faced another mission. Similar conditions, similar risks. But this time, there was no doubt, no inner dialogue, no mental noise, just movement. And everyone came back alive. Not because he learned something new, but because he stopped pausing. This lesson applies far beyond warriors. The people who change their lives are not the most informed. They are the fastest to act on what they already know. They don't wait to feel ready. They don't wait for confidence. They don't wait for the right moment. They move, and confidence follows. Let me say this clearly. The future version of you is not created by massive decisions. It's created by small actions done immediately, over and over, without drama. And here's the question you can't escape. What are you delaying right now that your future self will suffer for? Because delay isn't neutral. It's a decision, and usually it's the worst one. So here's the challenge. When this video ends, don't analyze it. Don't save it. Don't comment yet. Stand up. Do one physical action toward the thing you're avoiding. One, because momentum doesn't come from thinking. It comes from movement. You don't need a new mindset. You need to close the gap. Between knowing and doing, between intention and action, between now and now, because that gap is where potential dies. You already know what to do. The only question left is this: will you act, or will you negotiate yourself into another year of the same life? The clock is not waiting. Move.